Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we are going to decode the secret to finding the absolute perfect walking shoe. You know how it is. Get it right and you can walk for miles. But get it wrong? Oh man, you're looking at a week of sore, aching feet. We're going to make sure that never, ever happens to you again.
Yeah, that quote from Dr. Pei, it hits home, right? We have all been there. That feeling of iron legs from a bad pair of shoes is just the worst. But then there's that amazing feeling, walking all day and your feet feel totally fine. That's the freedom we're talking about. And it all comes down to knowing what makes a shoe great.
So what is the secret to a good shoe? Let's get right into it. And listen, it's not about the brand, it's not about how much you spend. The real difference between an awesome walking shoe and a really, really bad one comes down to just 5 key things. Let's dig in.
Okay, first up, heel height. And this one might actually blow your mind a little. We're always told flat is better, right? Well, for walking shoes, that's not true. Perfectly flat shoes are not your friend. They put a ton of strain on your Achilles tendon. What you're really looking for is a tiny lift, just 1 to 2 centimeters. That's the sweet spot that keeps your ankle in a happy, natural position.
All right, next up is flexibility. And here's another common mistake we all make. You'd think a good shoe should be super flexible, like it can bend anywhere, right? Wrong. If a shoe folds right in the middle, it's giving you absolutely zero support for your plantar fascia. A good shoe should only bend in one spot, the front third, right where the ball of your foot naturally flexes. That's the key. Okay, now let's talk about a part of the shoe that most of us completely ignore, the heel counter. That's the back part. Go ahead, grab a shoe near you and give it a pinch. Can you squish it totally flat? If so, that's a bad sign. You need a firm heel counter. I mean, it's non-negotiable. That's what cradles your heel and keeps your ankle stable. Think about this for a second. Every single step you take sends a shock wave right up your body. Your shoes? They're your shock absorbers. So here's a super simple test you should always do in the store. Take your thumb and press down hard on the insole, right at the heel. You've got to feel some bounce back, some springiness. That little bit of give tells you it's going to do its job and absorb all that impact.
And finally, here's a hidden detail. You can't really see it, but oh, you will definitely feel it. See, our feet don't land perfectly flat. They have this natural little inward roll. A really well-designed shoe knows this and builds in extra support right on the inner arch. It's a subtle thing, but it's what stops you from getting those awful shin splints and sore calves. Okay, so now you know what to look for in a shoe. But that's only half the story. Now, we've got to talk about your own feet. So, what's your foot type? Do you have flat feet, or are your arches super high? You know, most of us have absolutely no clue, and that's a huge part of the problem. But don't worry, you don't need to go to a specialist or use some fancy machine. There's a ridiculously simple test you can do, like right now. Okay, here's what you do. Just march in place for a few seconds, and then just stop. Stand naturally. Now, you'll need a friend for this next part. Have them look at your feet from behind. If they can see more of your pinky toe sticking out, you probably have flat feet. If they see more of your big toe, that's a telltale sign of high arches. Simple as that.
No one around to help? No problem at all. Go grab an old pair of shoes. Seriously, your worn-out shoes are like a secret diary of how you walk. Just flip them over and look at the sole. Is the inside edge all worn down? That screams flat feet. Is the outside edge worn down? You're probably looking at high arches. See? They tell you everything you need to know.
All right, this is where it all comes together. We have the 2 pieces of the puzzle. We know what makes a shoe good, and now you know your foot type. So let's put it all together and find your perfect match, your fated shoe.
Okay, pay close attention, because this chart right here is the master key. If you've got flat feet, your foot rolls inward too much, so you need stability. That means a firmer, thinner sole. And get this, those super soft, squishy, air cushion shoes, they're actually your enemy. But if you have high arches, your foot doesn't absorb shock well, so you need the complete opposite, a soft, thick, bouncy sole to do the cushioning for you.
So, you think you found the one. It matches your foot type, it looks good, but hold on. Before you run to the register, you have to do this final in-store fit check. It's 4 quick points. 1, you need about 1 centimeter of room for your toes. 2, the widest part of your foot needs to line up with the widest part of the shoe. 3, it should feel snug, not suffocating, over the top of your foot. And 4, make sure the ankle collar isn't digging in or rubbing. Pass all 4, and you're good to go.
I know this is going to sound super basic, but trust me, most people get this wrong. There is a right way to put on your shoes. Don't just jam your foot in and crank down on the laces. No, slide your foot in, and then, this is the important part, tap your heel on the floor to make sure it's snugged up right against that firm heel counter we talked about earlier. Then, tie your laces. That little tap makes sure the shoe is supporting your foot exactly the way it's supposed to.
So why are we obsessing over all these little details for just a pair of shoes? Well, because it's about so much more than just comfort today. It's about being able to walk a longer road for your entire life.
And hey, once you've found that perfect pair, you want them to last, right? So just a few quick tips. Try not to wear the same pair every single day. Give them a day off to breathe. And if they get soaked, stuff them with newspaper to dry. Please, whatever you do, don't use a hairdryer. These little things really do make a big difference. All right, as we start to wrap this up, I want to leave you with a big question. Just take a second and really think about it. How many kilometers do you think the average person walks in their entire lifetime? Just throw out a guess. What number pops into your head? Ready for this? The World Health Organization says the average is 402,000 kilometers. I mean, that number is so huge, it's almost meaningless, right? It's hard to even wrap your head around. So let's try to put that in perspective. 402,000 kilometers is the same as walking around the entire planet at the equator 10 times. 10! Let that sink in. Your feet are designed to take you on an absolutely epic journey. So, let's bring this all back. Choosing a good pair of walking shoes, it's not just about avoiding some blisters after a long day. It's about investing in the one and only vehicle that's going to carry you over those 400,000 kilometers. So the real question is, are you going to give your feet the support they truly deserve for that incredible journey ahead?